Okay, okay, okay. Hi. Hello. Oh, good morning. Hold on, I cannot hear you. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Oh, yes. Good morning, Koki-san.
Yeah, you Marie.
Yeah, okay. So nice to see you back. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So, yeah, how about you? I'm doing good. How about
Okay.
you?
Good to hear that. I'm doing good too. Thank you for asking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's move on to your topic. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So textbook is Daily Topic Society. Now the title is How Much Progress Have We Made on Climate Change? Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay, so please open up page 3. We're going to watch a video here. Please let me know if you're able to see or listen to it.
And there are many areas where we've only just started to see real alternatives to the status quo, practical ways to reduce emissions in the coming decades. We haven't, for example, talked about iron and steel. Long labelled as hard to decarbonise because of the huge energy required to melt iron, supplied by burning coal, the industry represents around 7% of all emissions. But in recent years, alternatives to coal have become economical and supported by government policy, such as using green hydrogen and using electric furnaces, which can of course be powered by clean sources, producing green steel. Globally, 43% of planned new steel furnaces are electric. And China, which produces half the world's steel, now only approves new electric furnaces that process scrap metal. Cement is another industry with a large carbon footprint, only slightly less than steel, due to its energy-intense production, but also the fundamental chemical reaction that produces cement, releasing CO2. Some are pushing the industry to change the recipe for cement, but as it's the second most traded commodity in the world, only second to water, that's a tall order. So the industry will likely need to rely on carbon capture units being retrofitted to existing cement plants. And these already exist. They are currently being slowly implemented. I actually made a video visiting one of them. With the right policy support, both steel and cement have potential to slash their emissions, over 10% of global emissions, in the coming decades. We've also
Hey, would you like to watch again?
Let me listen again, please.
Okay.
And there are many areas where we've only just started to see real alternatives to the status quo, practical ways to reduce emissions in the coming decades. We haven't, for example, talked about iron and steel. Long labelled as hard to decarbonise because of the huge energy required to melt iron, supplied by burning coal, the industry represents around 7% of all emissions. But in recent years, alternatives to coal have become economical and supported by government policy, such as using green hydrogen and using electric furnaces, which can of course be powered by clean sources, producing green steel. Globally, 43% of planned new steel furnaces are electric. And China, which produces half the world's steel, now only approves new electric furnaces that process scrap metal. Cement is another industry with a large carbon footprint, only slightly less than steel, due to its energy-intense production, but also the fundamental chemical reaction that produces cement, releasing CO2. Some are pushing the industry to change the recipe for cement, but as it's the second most traded commodity in the world, only second to water, that's a tall order. So the industry will likely need to rely on carbon capture units being retrofitted to existing cement plants. And these already exist. They are currently being slowly implemented. I actually made a video visiting one of them. With the right policy support, both steel and cement have potential to slash their emissions, over 10% of global emissions, in the coming decades. We've also
Right. Okay, so are you ready for the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the number one. Uh, Were you surprised to learn that cement is the second most traded thing in the world after water?
Yes, I was surprised to learn that cement is the second most traded thing in the world. Mm, because I didn't come across like that. So that yeah, mm, I didn't know cement where the cement is coming from, and yeah, looking back at my life, mm, so cement is hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, I just hear it now.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So I'm
Please
not familiar
continue.
with cement production process, so I wasn't really unfamiliar with how the cement is coming to here for constructing building or constructing houses. So I've never come across like that. But I learned cement is the second most traded thing in the world.
Okay. Right. Now let's move on to the next number two is making cement produces a lot of CO2 or carbon dioxide. If you build new house, do you want to use cement or different materials like wood?
It depends. It depends. So, from my perspective, mm, so wood is wood is how can I say so weaker than cement concrete. So I'm a bit anxious about the how can I say the toughness of the building, uh, especially in terms of my residence. I hope it would be more resilient and robust to any disasters like fire or earthquakes and heavy rain and something like that. So yeah, if you think about it, cement or more tough materials are better than wood. So if that if there is other alternative to cement which is tough, I can go with that. But so in comparison between cement and wood, I prefer cement. Yeah, just for now because I'm lack of the knowledge about the materials. So yeah, if I can understand the toughness about some materials, I can go with that.
Yeah. To look for the most durable than cement, right?
Yes, durable cement, durable than cement, and more easier on the environment.
Yes. Okay, so let's have another one is the video talks about making new steel from old metal. If you buy a car, do you care if it is made from recycled metal?
I don't think so, and I have no idea about buying my car because I'm living in Tokyo and I don't feel the necessity of having own my car, having my own car. So yeah, I have never thought about buying a car, but some I don't care about the material if I buy it because So if it is a brand new one, even though that is made from the scrap metal, that is okay as long as the quality is assured by the dealer or manufacturer, so I can trust the durability of the product. Yeah, but I think I will buy, yeah, high tech one, or the cars which are the state of the art, like Tesla or Toyota's one. So I'm not sure they are using scrap metal.
Yes, yes. Okay, but anyway, for talking about product like metal,
Mm-hmm.
the quality is decreasing. Don't you think so?
The metal quality is decreasing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but if I trust the brand manufacturer, so they assure the quality of metal to some extent, or the standard. So if that is the case, it's okay. Mm. So
Yeah.
mm,
Okay.
my decision comes down to whether I can trust the brand or the manufacturer, and I can say insurance, car insurance for cars. So it covers the flows
That makes
of
mm-hmm.
the metals. I can say scrap metals. Metals made from scraps. So it's okay because that is covered by the insurance, and I can get money if
Insurance.
there will be some inconvenience in at some point. So yeah, I can
I
embrace.
see. Oh. Mm. All right. So let's have another one. A green steel made with clean energy may be more expensive. Will you pay more money to buy things made of a green steel? Aside from you talk about the last one is you embrace the insurance. But how
Mm-mm-mm.
about this? How do you?
Okay. It depends on the price difference between, yeah, green metal, green steel, and normal steel. So if that is really expensive, I cannot afford to buy it. So if I have enough money, I can go with green steel, and yeah, but for now, I feel like just buying green steel is wasting my money. Even though that is better for our ours. So yeah, I cannot afford to buy it.
Okay. Next one. Okay, so the video says we could add carbon capture machines to old cement plants. Do you think updating old plants is better than building new green plants?
Mm, so yeah, building new green plants is, yes, significantly expensive and money consuming. So we have to take a leap of faith if we create the completely brand new plants. On the other hand, just putting capture machine, carbon capture machine to old cement plants, so that is okay. That is better than nothing. So mm, for kickstarting the, how can I say, getting rid of carbon dioxide project, yeah, putting that kind of machine to all the plants is a really good start point. And after that, they if they want to expand their contribution to the environment, or they can how can I say, they can have the wiggle room to tackle more on that kind of concerns. They can proceed with building new green steel plants, green plants.
Green plants. Yeah, because using this one, do you think it could help reduce the carbon dioxide emission?
Mm-hmm. Yes, but it is building plants itself is expensive, and yeah, so the produced one is expensive as well. So
It's a process, right?
yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's have another one. If you were the leader of your country, what new rule would you make to reduce pollution?
The pollution. Mm, it's a very difficult question, but so the rule to throw away garbage. Yeah, I will set new rule to mandate the separation of garbages. Mm, I guess burnable and non-burnable, and can or
All energy.
bottles or something like that.
Okay. All right. So, what do you think is the biggest cause of pollution in your area?
Pollution. Mainly pollution is coming from I can say cars and factories and electricity consumption. So I can say, yeah, the process of creating electricity that burns some cores. So especially thermal energy is
Mm,
using core to produce energy. So that is, yeah, main reason for air pollution. Yeah, and factories as well. So yeah, we
yeah.
our country, I can say, domestic companies like manufacturers
Mm-hmm.
put their factories outside of Japan, but the factories consume a significant amount of energy. So yeah, and they burn something to produce metal or something. So yeah, the big reason, or big that is a big reason.
Yes, but we cannot, when talking about the factories in cars, we can't stop them
Mm-hmm.
because it is developing something that we
Yeah,
needed
yeah,
to
yeah.
also write.
True.
Okay, so now in that case, would you be willing to pay higher taxes to support environmental projects?
Mm, mm. So yeah, live, if I can believe, I can say, so that is very important for our health, ourselves, from our perspective, or I can say, so the environmental concerns are a bit far from our real world, I guess. So that they affect efficacy of something like environmental treatment is, I can say, not visualized. So I cannot feel I actually contribute to the air pollution or global warming. by paying more taxes. So
Mm, right, right.
yeah, that's why I cannot afford to pay more for just environmental projects. So yeah, but if the government shows the data that is telling us our contribution and the current situation, how severe the current situation is, and if we miss the boat, we die in a decade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, if we feel the, how can I say, urgent situation is just around the corner, yeah, we are we can embrace the high taxes, but without information like that, we cannot afford to do it.
Yeah, because since at the beginning we already paying
Yeah,
or
yeah,
we're
yeah.
we contributing taxes, right?
Yes.
So how can we do
Yeah, currently the
to
tax
pay
is
more?
high. I just said that.
Mm.
So, mm,
Yeah, same as here in the Philippines, taxes are higher.
getting higher and higher. We
Mm,
have
yeah,
we have lots of other concerns, not only environmental ones. So
right. A lot.
domestic concerns. A lot of things we have.
Mm. Okay, so let's talk about let's include technology. So, do you think technology can solve most environmental problems? What do you think?
I'm sorry. The question. What's the question?
Do you think technology can solve most environmental problems?
Ah, yes. So technology can solve some environmental concerns, but at the same time, it causes new environmental concerns at the same time.
Mhm.
For example, like I said, energy consumption by AI models are really
Mm,
big problem in the world. So to be able to AI can learn a lot of things. It requires a lot of energy and a lot of because it needs a lot of machines, physical machines that consumes a lot of energy. So to meet the amount of electricity energy, we have to build the um, newer, I can say,
or machines?
energy plant, newer energy plants,
Mm,
yeah, to meet the amount of consumption. So yeah, as long as we are using brand new technologies, our consumption of energy would increase. So yeah, I think so. It will be out of our hands in the future. So yeah,
yes.
we so the how can I say, the technology's development will hit the wall due to the
Mm,
energy consumption.
that's right.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of creating a way to solve the problems.
Mm-hmm.
It's also create another
Yeah.
concerns. So it's like
That's true.
we are just running around the circle.
Yes. So
No change.
no change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So can we have the next one?
Yeah.
Is we need a lot of steel and cement to build tall buildings to protect the environment. Do you think we should stop building very tall buildings?
Very tall buildings. Yes, I can agree to that to some extent because in Japan, especially in Tokyo, um, everywhere there are constructions, higher buildings, higher apartment, taller buildings and taller apartments in Japan. So I'm not sure they are actually necessary or not. In many cases, they are not necessary because the how can I say the apartment prices are decreasing recently. So yeah, we are noticing that the how can I say that we don't
But
need. Okay.
I want to listen more, but we don't have time. So
Okay.
anyway,
Sorry.
thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Have a good time.